Hey yo, welcome to episode of Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Ringside P. Got it right? No, you guys are dumb in there, Raw. I know I'm a little behind. I'm a day behind. I gotta make sure I can try to get to put it out to the next morning or whatever. But we're gonna break it down a little bit. You know how we do. Before we get started, don't make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, give me feedback. Check out the reels, check out the shorts, check out the TikTok, check out the Superkick store. Check me out on Table Lads and Bumps. Check me out on Spotify, yo. Still coming off that high of Royal Rumble weekend. I bought some tickets to WWE Live. No, sorry, WWE World. So I'm pumped for that. As we get into the show, I like what they're doing with Penta. I feel like they let him off the leash a little bit more each and every week. Had a good match against Ludwig Kaiser. Looks like they're gonna have some type of maybe teaming up. Man, Ludwig ain't with Gunther anymore. Strange, right? They kind of just dissolved. No real breaking up. But maybe we might get Ludwig and Pete Dunne or Butch to some. And Penta needs to find him a partner. Is his brother contract up yet? I don't know, man. It might start to get a little bit exciting. Ludwig Kaiser, Pete Dunne, Penta, his brother. I don't know. I don't know when his contract is up, but if he's up soon, it might be time for him to come on over, and now we really get cooking with gasoline or whatever. Is what they want to say. But like I said, I like what they're doing with Penta. They push him. They want him to be the next big Hispanic star. Piece of fuzz. Get that off of there. Let's proceed, man. Let's talk about the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner Charlotte Flair. Right? I hate the scenario of everyone says Charlotte is the best of the best. And it's kind of hard to argue that, right? Obviously, on the microphone, her skill is head and shoulders above most of the people on the roster, right? She has an aura about her, but I think we the people we dislike that whenever Charlotte goes away for whatever extended period of time, when she comes back, she automatically gets a title shot. No matter that, sometimes the night of, back, title shot, champ. And it's like, what? Oh, man, that we've been watching people out here granted. She tore a knee. Had knee surgery, out for a year and a half and some change or whatever. Come back, win the Royal Rumble. And I think the issue that people have with that is it was too obvious. It was too obvious that she was going to win. It should have just been a surprise. It should have been a surprise entrant. She popped up, Charlotte Flair, and pow. Maybe things would be, the feeling would be better to a Charlotte Flair, right? And I like that she tried to come out as face, was feeling the heat, was feeling the hate, and then she just leaned into it. Like, you know what? Y'all hate me? Alright then, I hate y'all too. You don't hate me then. You can hate me now, man. Nice. One thing I hated about that exchange, Rhea Ripley comes out, and I don't want to see the champion begging the challenger to pick them. It should be an honor for the challenger to pick the champion, not the other way around to me. Rhea Ripley has been on fire for 2 to 3 years, right? Excuse me. She don't need no Charlotte Flair. She don't need no Charlotte Flair at all. We know this matchup is what it's gonna be. We know it's gonna be Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I get it. We gotta tease a little bit, right? But having Rhea Ripley come out here and almost last year when Cody won, and you had Seth Rollins begging pretty much, Cody, pick me. No. That just diminishes the title, I feel like. The champion is the champion for a reason. I don't need you to come challenge. I don't need to beg you to come challenge me. You know, like, I sit at the top of the throne. I'm the top. I'm at the peak. I'm not looking down. I'm looking down on you. I'm not looking up at challenges. It's like, no, I hate that with a passion. But I'm thinking she's going to, even though she goes to NXT or whatever, to see Julia, I feel like she's speaking Tiffany Stratton to me. I think that's the matchup right there. And I don't see much in line for Tiffany Stratton right now. So, and even though I felt like we was possibly gonna get Io and Rhea, but like I don't know now because Io's out. But I feel like they're gonna somehow she's gonna get back into the mix, right? Like last opportunity, last shot, last chance type of thing, you know. So we'll see. But I got Tiffany and Charlotte Flair, WrestleMania. What do you guys think about that? You know, let me know. Comment below. New day, new year, Black History Month. They got New Year, new music come out. They feel like they even got some new moves, like, and they picked up a victory that they haven't had in a long time, man. Like, I feel like we can get one more title run out of the New Day. I think it's deserving. I think they deserve it. I think they deserve one more title run, and I want to see tag team wrestling back. Like that match last week with JD McDonough, props to him, gonna be out for some time, and Dominic Mysterio versus the War Raiders, dude. Like that's wrestling. That's tag team wrestling, and even DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns at Royal Rumble, that was solid too. Like, I want to see good tag team wrestling. Like, we got these titles, man. Make these titles mean something. And once the New Day probably run through LWO, they're gonna probably run through Alpha Academy or whatever the case may be. And then they're gonna start working their way, and we might get Fatal 4-Way. I'm thinking New Day, Creed Brothers, War Raiders. I don't know who the last tag team is gonna be. Y'all can probably put everyone in there, but that's what I'm feeling like. We might get that at Mania. It's time for New Day to get in the title run, yo. I kind of spoke about Io and Rhea at Mania. I think that's the matchup that they're kind of leading towards. I think that's the matchup that two of them actually want. I don't know if it's like money behind that, but we'll see what's up with that. Sami Zayn going against CM Punk to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Sammy got all the devils on his shoulder. He got stuff. He got Karrion Kross. And you know what Karrion Kross been doing. He been turning people left and right, you know. Then he got Seth Rollins hyping him up, gassing him up. Man, you hate CM Punk too. We all know you do. You know, don't try to be nice. Just embrace the hate, you know. So trying to speak the evilness inside of Sammy. The dark, let the darkness out, right? But Sammy loses CM Punk, and now we back revisiting the same old story between KO and Sami Zayn again. Like why? Huh? Like why? I thought we might potentially get we still are. I feel like still going to get the Sami Zayn turn, right? But I'd rather him turn now. I don't want to see him and KO go at it again. And we got a month. I don't think it'll be a WrestleMania match. I think it's gonna be an Elimination Chamber match. But this will also be. We got Karrion Kross tempting Sami Zayn. You got Kevin Owens that's probably gonna push Sami Zayn over the edge, like he kind of has pushed Cody Rhodes over the edge too as well. So that's what I think we're getting at. Hopefully, them revisiting this long-term feud, long-term best friends turn enemies, back to friends, back to enemies thing again. It's gonna pay off in some way. So hopefully we get to see some out of that. Let's scroll back up and see what we get to. Speaking of possible heel turns, I know that we want a chance from Cody. And had KO, I'm thinking KO's gonna push Cody over the edge, right? But we still gotta get KO. We still gotta get Cody versus Randy Orton. Who will be heel? Who will be facing that scenario? Yeah. It still might be just teacher versus mentor type of thing, or teacher versus student type of thing, and the student becoming the teacher in a way. And if the student becomes the teacher, if Cody becomes the teacher, because he mentioned, hey man, I learned a lot from the Viper, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton in the past. So that's the sign right there. That's a hint at something. But what if we don't get a heel turn from Cody Rhodes going into WrestleMania? What if the heel turn comes from John Cena? John Cena dropped a promo at the press conference after the Royal Rumble saying, yo, it's best for business for me to win that 17 championship. Contradicts what he was saying a few weeks ago or a month or so. Like, man, I don't know if a 17 championship is in my future. Like, yo, like, seemed real humble back then. This is cocky. This is like, yo, I deserve this shot. Like, I don't need to qualify. I didn't put the work in. My resume all these years speaks for itself. Hey, what you done for me? It's, yo, I don't need to do anything now. I've done all of this, you know. So that was different, I was saying, you know. So I don't know, man. How you guys feel about John Cena being heel, Cody Rhodes being face, or I think a heel run for John Cena would be too short. I still want to see Cody Rhodes turn on John Cena, and I feel like that's Cody Rhodes destroys John Cena or beats John Cena, or Cody Rhodes loses to John Cena at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes snaps. Now after WrestleMania Monday Night Raw, we get this heel turn, and SummerSlam or a little further down the line, Cody Rhodes regained that title again, you know, and possibly put Cena on the shelf. Well, we'll see though. That's what I'm feeling like. But I think we gotta get to CM Punk Cena too, also. So we gotta get that matchup. Punk's been hitting at it. I think he wants to, you know, they had such great chemistry back in the day. But yeah, let's get to the main topic though, right? The main topic, main event. Jey Uso, your man's 2025 Royal Rumble winner. This has been a polarizing topic since Saturday night. Some people say he don't deserve it. Some people are crying tears. As they're selling their tickets to WrestleMania, I'm not gonna pay all this money to see Jey Uso at WrestleMania in the main event. Like, no, no, I'm not gonna do that. Some people say like, yo, like, he doesn't have a moveset. He's not a real wrestler. CM Punk, John Cena should have won. You know, Roman Reigns should have won. And all that, but he comes out and you see the energy. Once again, I felt that energy in Lucas that night, the night he won. 60, 70,000. Yeeting, going crazy. When he came out, cold crowd. I wanted him to come out number 3. Number 2, Ashley. One number 2, him go the distance, because I wanted him to get that entrance, right? I wanted the Yeet in the beginning, but it didn't happen. I'm like, man, when this dude coming out, we ain't even get the Yeet properly when he comes out. But they made up for it at the end because he won, and you got to see the energy, and then you got to feel like this dude is a real dude. Like, as scripted as wrestling is, and you know, people are acting these promos and fake feelings and stuff like hatred and all of this stuff, because they do a good job at, you know, portraying these things. And Jey Uso comes out and it's like, man, like, this is real. Like, this is real to him. Like, all this love, all this appreciation, all this gratitude. Like, he's been a down to earth guy. Like, when it comes to see someone that just you can kind of relate to, like yo, like day to day, you go into your job and you just work and you just do what is asked of you at times, and you grind hard, and sometimes like you're not appreciated about it, but appreciated from people or higher ups or whatever the case may be, but you just grinding, and you start to get recognized and recognition for your work, and then people start to say, hey man, like you're doing it out here, like you getting to it. And that's so relatable to Jey Uso. Like, yo, for the longest he was just a tag team dude, and then he ended up into a group, and in the shadow of the biggest star of the, superstar of the generation of the time, Roman Reigns. And then in the midst of being in that group, you saw glimpses of personality. Him and Sami Zayn interacting, and it was like, man, like this is funny. Where you been at, huh? We could have used you earlier, huh? Who you talk to when you got like that? Like those interactions were great. Then he separates from the bloodline, and now he's a solo dude. And can he make it? And he's not really winning matches. He can't beat Drew McIntyre. He's getting the opportunity, he's not capitalizing on them, and had the match at WrestleMania, and whatever people say about it, like it wasn't the best match, And then he goes on this run, and it's like we go to overseas, and he goes to Paris, and the whole stadium is going crazy. Like I've never seen that before. Like we've never seen that before. We've never seen that energy before. And then it continues overseas. And it comes back to the States, and it's like, and then we throw him back into the bloodline storyline, right? And it was like, oh man, I hope they're not burying this dude, or trying to suppress the Yeet movement. And then he comes out of it, and even through the course of the bloodline storyline back again, he's coming out last. He's coming out after Roman Reigns at times, and the crowd is still going crazy. More energy, more pop than Roman Reigns. And we fast forward it to now, and he's in the ring, and you can see the nervousness. You can see him holding the microphone, and his hands are shaking, because he's just so nervous, and you can feel the emotion, and you can see the tear. And if he's faking, he'll get this dude an Oscar. But it didn't feel like he was faking. It felt like, this dude is a real dude, and he's about the people, man. Like, yeah, it's your job to at the events sign autographs, take pictures or whatever, but it feels more than that. Like he feels personable, like he's happy to see it. Like you just wanted to do, like you just talk it up with dude, chop it up with him, and like y'all tripping, like y'all understand like why he is where he's at right now and why he's the Royal Rumble, because none of those people, those names are already solidified. They already have a big enough star power where they didn't need the Royal Rumble winning. Like we've wasted the Money in the Bank briefcase on the CM Punk Drew McIntyre story. There was different things that were wasted that could have went to someone else that built, picked them up. Excuse me. Roman Reigns doesn't need it. Like Roman Reigns can easily get a main event match at Mania, like he still has The Rock looming, if they even comes together, so that, and what do we even classify as a main event at WrestleMania? Like it's not even that. Having a title match don't necessarily make you the main event, like you can just have a title match. Really, that's what it is at WrestleMania. The people have spoken, and the people have chosen Jey Uso. And I feel like this was a very true showing of the divide in between. You have the IWC, which was Gunther, Monday night, and he came out and he spoke for that group of people, who felt that Jey Uso shouldn't be there, and that was cool because they leaned into it, right? The storyline, like, you don't deserve it, because at the end, it's the Daniel Bryan thing. You're not the type of guy that we want. It's the New Day. It's Kofi Mania. Like, you don't belong here. Like, not your type belongs here. And same thing with Jey Uso, like, not your type belong here. Like, you don't belong here. Like, me, Gunther, this is what that the people really want to see. The wrestling purists want to see. And it was like, so that's cool that now we got that, right? And we can talk about how many times we've seen Gunther and Jey Uso back and forth again. But when he said that, hey, I can beat him, I knew he was winning the Royal Rumble, you know? And yeah, we might have seen this might be the 4th or 5th matchup, probably 6th by the time we get to WrestleMania. But I think it's going to be a good match. I ain't looking for no 5-star match out of this. Like, I'm invested into the story. I'm invested into the feeling of what Jey Uso brings to everything, the energy. Like, I spoke about it before. Like, to me, professional wrestling is more than just inside that square circle. Like, it's a feeling that you gotta provoke and invoke into people. Like, yo, like, you gotta make the people feel something. Like, that's part of it. Like, you can do all these moves and stuff in the ring, but like, at the end of the day, if I'm bored or be bored, then what's the point? Like, yo, you selling merchandise, you making the kids happy, you creating moments. Like, yo, like, you just a person that you just, I don't know, man, you just create a feeling that can't be replicated. Like, this all is authentic with Jey Uso, I feel, and that's cool and that's great and that should be rewarded. Like, this ain't some type of machine that was forced at us constantly, you know. Like, this is organic and that's cool. So I'm happy that Jey Uso has won, and he is where he's at right now. And like you said, man, this G train ain't stopping. They're gonna keep on yeeting. People of the world, join and start a Yeet train. But like, man, like, if you disagree, let me know why you disagree. I know you're gonna say, oh, he got super kicks, right? But anyway, most of the people in that top tier in WWE got 5 moves. Everyone got five moves to do, like John Cena, man. And it is what it is. We can't stop. You can't stop the Yeet. You can't stop the Yeet, man. So until next time, thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for eating with me. We're gonna keep eating with Jey Uso. We're going to WrestleMania. We're gonna do that raw. We're just gonna just wild out, man. Super kick that subscribe button, man. Like, comment, share, feedback. Check out all the good stuff. Real short. Table has some bumps, man. I know we gonna have some possible heated debate by Jey Uso. Looking forward to it. Until next time, man. Adios. Peace.